Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I have for you the following statement attributable to the spokesperson of the Secretary General on Somalia. The Secretary General deeply regrets the decision of the government of the Federal Republic of Somalia to declare the special representative of the Secretary General for Somalia and head of the United Nations Assistance Mission in Somalia, Nocolas Haysom, persona non grata. The Secretary General has full confidence in Mr. Haysom, an experienced and respected international civil servant who has distinguished himself in numerous senior leadership roles in the field and at UN headquarters. The doctrine of persona non grata does not apply to or in respect of United Nations personnel. As described in the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, the doctrine applies to diplomatic agents who are accredited by one state to another in the context of their bilateral relations. The United Nations is not a state, and its personnel are not accredited to the states where they are deployed, but work under the sole responsibility of the Secretary General. At the same time, the Secretary General is totally committed to ensuring that the needs of the Somali people are at the forefront of the work of the United Nations in Somalia. UNSOM needs to be able to carry out in the most effective manner its mandate to support the country. Therefore, he intends to appoint in due course a new special representative for Somalia and head of UNSOM. The Secretary General remains strongly committed to assisting Somalia in its efforts to achieve peace, stability, and prosperity for all. And that is it for me. Do you have any questions? Yes, Evelyn.
On your first point, what's the reason that Mr. Haysom has to leave? And are some AU members and IGAD countries in Somalia in any way involved? Because he seems like the perfect guy for it.
Well, regarding the opinions of different states, you'll have seen that Mr. Haysom, in fact, briefed the Security Council just yesterday on the situation in Somalia, and you'll have seen the praise for his work that was received by other member states who were at that briefing, including African member states. Regarding the reasoning for this, you would have to ask the government of Somalia what their reasons are. We have been in contact with them and are sharing today with them a note verbal expressing our views, including the views that I've just mentioned in the statement I read. Yes, please. Jennifer.
Thank you. Did the Secretary General attempt to persuade the Somali government to readmit Mr. Haysom? And if so, how did those discussions go?
What I can say is that the Secretary General has spoken twice in the last few days with President Farmajo of Somalia. Regarding how it went, obviously you see what our statement that I just read at the top of this briefing was. That expresses our position. We hold firm to our position that the doctrine of persona non grata does not apply, but at the same time, it's crucial that the UN mission on the ground is able to go about its work.